Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with the top 5 video for you tonight. I'm going to be ranking my picks for what I think are the best, most deserving, and more importantly, my personal favorite, best actor winners. Best actor in leading role at the Academy Awards. I've been doing a series of these over the last few weeks, so, yeah, watch those too. Uh, First off, number 5. I'm going to say John Wayne in True Grit as Rooster Cogburn. He plays a one-eyed lawman who's hired by a young girl to hunt down the killer of her father. The father of her killer. This, of course, was remade in 2010 epically by the Coen brothers, starring Jeff Bridges. But the original film is really something else. I believe it's directed by Henry Hathaway, and it's really really fucking good. And some of the earlier work from future veterans like Robert Duvall and Dustin Hoffman. But it is John Wayne was a movie star who was kind of required viewing in my house growing up in my family. But it really was a sense of him as an actor, stepping out of a certain comfort zone that he had been, very comfortable comfort zone. And there's a good reason he won the Oscar and 100% deserved it. Number 4, I say Denzel Washington in Training Day. Again, an actor who steps out of his comfort zone. This is the story of an incredibly corrupt and vicious undercover police detective training his replacement. And, well, that's twisty twists. But it's amazing to me because this is, like, the guy who wrote this movie didn't even know what he was sitting on. He was looking for any actor he can get, any budget he can get, but ended up being this huge film, big hit, Oscar winner, iconic little piece of movie here. And Denzel went against what he always said. He had openly said how he never wanted to play stereotypical characters. He never wanted to be the guy who just played the gangster, the drug dealer, the pimp, that kind of thing. And he finally took that dive with this movie, and it was the right role, the right time. And my God, Denzel just shines in this film. Shine might not be a strong enough word. He ignites in this motion picture. Number 3, Robert De Niro as Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull. And you talking about explosive, talking about abusive, volatile, maybe the single most ferocious performance in movie history. He's abusive, he's cruel, he's manipulated, he's childish, he's entitled, but he's also insecure. He's also self-loathing, and all this comes through so many. It can feel like just loud and aggressive, and like so many actors can play roles. So many actors, great actors, have attempted to do roles like this animalistic, volatile, vicious man, and it so often just falls flat, at least for me personally. But De Niro's performance is truly iconic. One of my favorite scenes of this movie is late in the film when he's older, he's retired, he's a little fatter. He runs into his brother in a parking lot, and Joey just treats him like he doesn't even know him. He's burned. He burned his bridges. He's pushed away everyone who ever loved him, and it's just a great performance in a great movie from a great actor. Number 2. It's my chance to switch this, isn't it? Nope. Stand my ground. My number 2 is Jack Nicholson as Randall Patrick McMurphy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Jack's my all-time favorite actor, my all-time favorite movie star, and this is his single most important performance. Not just, you say Batman, people say The Shining, fuck right off of that. But he almost didn't do this movie because it was like he kept being told, you're so perfect, you have to do this, no one else can do the role, that it kind of became like this pressure on him, can I live up to the expectation? If I do this, I'm not as good as everyone's expecting me to be. But it wasn't a concern once he got to work, baby. Nicholson is brilliant. He's charismatic. He's tragic. He's everything you can want or ask from a leading role in this movie. And my number one, my personal favorite, there's no committee, so just get mad at me if you don't like this. My favorite Best Actor winner ever is Kevin Spacey as Lester Burnham in American Beauty. He plays a man who's in his early 40s, aimless, hopeless, and miserable in his life. He has what he was told and grew up believed to be the American dreams. Sorry, I'm trying to get set. But he has a family. He has a beautiful wife. He has a high-paying job. He has a house in the suburbs, but he is absolutely empty. And as soon as he starts to let go of the materialism and of the fallacies of success, he finds real meaning and hope and joy and love in his life, what little of it he has left. It is a great performance, a wonderful movie. It is kind of a commie fever dream, sure. But damn, is it not a good movie? And it's a great performance. And I've talked before about the ending of this film, about how once certain things are revealed to Lester, his more paternal nature of himself comes through, and it's just a great movie. It's a great performance. So let's get to the other things. First off, the absolute worst of all time is Roberto Benigni. Seriously, hands down, it is For Life is Beautiful, where he plays a man who gets captured. Italian gets captured with his young son with the Nazis. They're thrown in a concentration camp, and the whole story is him using games and riddles and puzzles to kind of hide the truth of what's actually happening from his son. It is a grotesque motion picture, and the same as that performance he's done in everything he ever did. Anyone who's playing like fucking Pink Panther and Pinocchio, it's the same as the guy who's playing hide and seek with Nazis. Fuck this movie. Fuck that guy. Honorable mention. First off, they should have won. They should have been nominated. How the hell were they not nominated? Malcolm McDowell in A Clockwork Orange is Alice Large, a gang leader who becomes who volunteers for an experimental social re-education project. Oh yes, masterpiece. The dick of cinema, if you will. The hard-on. I'm sorry, I misphrased that. Jack Lemmon and Glenn Ross, one of America's national treasures, playing a truly reprehensible piece of shit for the first time in his career, and he had like less than a decade to live at this point. It's great to see. He's old. John Travolta and Get Shorty as a leg breaker who ends up in Hollywood on a job and has an idea for a movie. George Clooney and Old Brother War out there, where he's basically the chain gang, crime country era of America, but he's Ulysses. It's the Odyssey. He's just trying to get home to his wife before a suitor takes her hand. And Ralph Fiennes as M. Gustav H. in the Grand Budapest Hotel? What's a hotel? It's a hotel, right? That's the word? Yeah. Okay, she agreed. Masterful stuff. It's just great comedy, great work. It's one of my favorite performances of all time. And as far as honorable mentions goes, when it comes to Best Actor, when I even started the research for this, I knew this was going to be difficult. There's so many phenomenal performances, but as just a short little handful of honorable mentions, I boil it down to Clark Gable in It Happened One Night, where he plays a reporter trying to get a rich girl back to her daddy so he can get the story, but falls in love with her. William Holden in Stalag 17 plays a prisoner of war who is falsely accused of being a snitch, so he starts to investigate it on his own. Marlon Brando and On the Waterfront, where he plays a man who is manipulated into helping people murder his friend and has to come to terms with whether or not he is going to do the right thing and sell these bastards out. Tom Hanks as Andrew Beckett in Philadelphia, the lawyer who was wrongfully terminated because he's contracted AIDS. It's powerful. It's powerful performance. And Philip Seymour Hoffman in Capote, who played a true story of Truman Capote, researching, preparing for In Cold Blood, and the devastating toll getting to know and caring about those men took on his soul. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. The Oscars are 2 weeks from tonight. I hope this saves, because I'm not doing a second take tonight, God damn it. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly. Please, 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 please.